Too ready for Monday? All right. Hey, hey. Yeah. Hey. Monday rolls in, we slide in the frame. Coach Lucas on deck, Kiri on name. From the G-Long zone, we bring that spark. Big ideas, big laughs, all heart. Coffee in hand, but the vibe is alive. Every week we pull up, everybody thrive. Hot takes, cool moves, let the whole town know. When the mics go live, you're ready to go. Say it loud, say it right. With the sound of the Monday night. Turn it up, don't let it fade. Here comes the show, let it play. Monday FUNDAY show. Monday FUNDAY show. Coach Lucas, Kiri, run the whole day, oh. Monday FUNDAY show. Monday FUNDAY show. G-Long zone, we go. Everybody know.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to the Monday FUNDAY show on the Geelong Zone. My name is Kiri, and I've got Coach Lucas alongside me as well, and we have a debutant on the show as well. Well, he has been on here before on the Geelong Zone from the early days. As you can see here, he's proudly wearing the Carlton colours here, but he is a good friend of the channel. We haven't given him a formal introduction, but we will now. Better late than never. He is debutant number 2. I'm debutant number 1, but he is the second. It is Scotty Tompkins from the Jumper Punch. Welcome, Scotty.
Yes. Thank you, boys. Thank you. Is that music from me or you?
That is from me. That's for you.
That's for you.
Oh, fuck. I was so... No. Thank you so much for having me, boys. It's an absolute pleasure as the second debutant and my second debut on the Geelong Zone. Thank you so much for having me, fellas. I really appreciate it. And oh, jeez, I'm about to tear up now. These tunes. I feel so blessed to share the zone with you boys. And yes, ready to talk all things Geelong and the continued Park Shadows with you, mate. Can't wait.
No, Scott, as I said, you and all members of the TJP are welcome on my show. I've had Bo on my show as well. So if Bo can do another guest appearance on our Monday FUNDAY show, he'll get debut number 4. But no, thank you for coming on. We love you guys. We've got a good collaboration going. At least I've got something good with another channel. It's just a shame it's from Carlton, not a Geelong channel. But it is what it is with that one. No, always have pleasure to be here, Scotty. Thank you so much for coming on and debut number 2.
Yes, no, we love you, Lucas, and as the official representative of the Jumper Punch here tonight, I'll say on behalf of anyone, anytime either of you fellas want to come on, just don't even bother messaging anyone. Just show the fuck up. Just show up and we'll put you on. If you boys make it all the way down to Reservoir and start banging on Rocco's door, I'll give you his address. Just show up and they'll put you on, fellas. You can walk into the studio. That's from me.
After the week we've had, I want to avoid that big time because, I'm going to get it on Wednesday show. Join for that one where I return to the Jumper Punch.
You are going to. You got to when you make your bets, Lucas. You got to cash them in, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The first time you'd make that bet on, it had to be this one. You knew you were going to lose right from the start, mate. Mate, fucking Carlton wins every time against Geelong. You should know better.
Oh,
well,
Kiri knows better.
Kiri knows better, but for the first time, I bought into the Geelong propaganda. I haven't done that for 3 fucking years. We beat Brisbane. Yeah, we beat Brisbane, we beat Sydney, and I thought, you know what? I think we're a strong contender for the flag. We're going to win it, and then I run my mouth on the TJP on Wednesday, and we get blown off the park. Oh, what an embarrassment that was! But we'll get into that. We'll get into that. If you hear more songs coming from it, it's just our soundboard. So not from your end, but Kiri,
before we
start your show.
Before we move on, though, can I just say, sorry, Kiri, that That AI slop theme song is some of the best AI slop that I've heard in a long time. In that pre-show countdown, I was getting fucking jazzed up. So, grazie boys, grazie.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Scotty. Yeah, because
the only thing
Lucas and I enjoy it, but I'm glad to know there's other people that enjoy it too. So,
yeah.
Well, I just wish it was,
I always miss the start of the Monday Madness or Monday Funday, so I never quite catch it. But Jezalenko.
Before we get cracking, what did I have on the weekend? Suvlaki, Musaga, or baklava? No payout. Well, I'll tell you what.
Was that like what you're gonna have for dinner on Saturday? Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, for last weekend. I'll tell you what. Unfortunately, factual opinion. I had none of those over the weekend. I was recovering from a cold. I was having chicken noodle soup. So, yeah.
But no, with our song, to be fair, I would have preferred if Britney Spears sings it, but that's for another day. Beggars can't be choosers with that one, Kiri, but it's still a derivative.
And we don't want to get a copyright strike as well. So.
Well, one day if I meet Britney Spears, I'll tell her she'd be so kindly record a song for our show. But Kiri,
she's fucking hot. And like, you know that video of her with the knives when she was dancing with the knives.
Yeah,
that was premium Britney Spears content. I love it. No,
bring back the 90s, Scott. Bring back the 90s, or especially for you. You'd bring back the 90s for sure. Kiri, start your segment here, Kiri.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about some footy, which is part of the Monday Funday show. Jezalenko is absolutely hype. How was Game 7? Yes, we will talk about some NBA playoffs later on in the show. But first, let's talk about some footy in what was round 12 of the Toyota AFL Premiership season for 2026. Starting off with Thursday night, absolute stinker if you are a Saints fan. Off for the Hawks. Just did what they had to do.
Are we in the fucking Geelong zone, boys? Why the fuck are we playing that shit? Turn it off. Far out. You need a Carlton supporter to tell you to turn off the fucking Hawks song, boys. Jeez.
This is a new don't blame me.
You should see when I have the wizard hat on, Scott. We're not bringing a wizard hat. That really gives everybody going.
Now that is what Nick Watson, what they wear for fucking Nick Watson is not a wizard's hat. That is a witch's hat.
He's brought the hat. He's brought the hat. Where's
We're off to a great start, fellas.
Oh my god, he's bought that. I get shit for wearing that hat, and he's bought it in the first fucking time he's here, and he's bought it on.
Turn it off.
No,
go ahead,
that's your thing, Kyrie.
I don't want to hear that fucking song, Lucas, but you absolutely love it because you're a Hawks fan now. But yes. I think St Kilda at one stage they were goalless in that first half. It was like 0 goals 5 in that one.
It was beautiful. Yeah. It was beautiful. Now, everybody says that this wild card round was made for these mediocre teams like St Kilda, but if everyone's calling St Kilda a wild card team, get that fucking shit off my face. If they're calling St Kilda a wild card team, wow. Wait till these boys show up. I'll show you a wild card team. Now, what an absolutely pathetic showing from the St Kilda Saints. Goalless in the first half. I was pissing my long johns for those first 2 quarters, and I was hoping that it kept going throughout the whole game. But in St Kilda's absolutely pathetic and mediocre fashion, they made half a showing in a second half that gave their absolute numpty fans something to be proud of. and all it took was for a Carlton backman to kick, 3 or 4 goals to somehow make it look half decent, and not save him from a 100-point belting and only make it a respectable 9-goal drubbing.
Yeah, Kiri's going to go into the stats here. But
yes. How about let's just go to the first half stats where Tom De Koning only had 2 disposals for the whole half, bro. $1.7 million player.
There he is.
Yeah, no, he's got inflated fantasy stats because he's a fucking ruckman and he kicked a goal. That bum should be down the bottom of the table. I don't think enough is made of Tom De Koning's performance or lack thereof, might I say, Kyrie.
Yeah. Silvani, 3 goals free. He must have been thrown up forward at some stage for him
he
to.
Did. They threw him back. They threw him after half time. Yeah.
I didn't.
Did you actually watch the games, Kiri, or do you just read the stats for fun?
No, I didn't actually have time to watch this game on Thursday.
You didn't watch it.
What do you got to do on a Thursday night?
Ooh.
No, De Koning.
He's bringing the pressure already. Mr. NBN's in charge of all the power in Adelaide. So
Monday Funday is all about selection integrity, Lucas. So people got to play for their positions here. So I got to raise the bar.
He doesn't pay me enough, Lucas. So
no, you get that enough, Mr. NBN, by keeping the internet all around Adelaide safe and sound. And even then you've had trouble on this stream before that. So we're a work in progress with that still. Silvani 3 goals. Sorry, I'm looking on my screen here. Yeah, Sicily probably had one of his best games for the season. Sinclair was very good, to be fair. Silvani, he had 8. Yeah, the Wizard, yes, the Wizard kicked a couple of goals. Your man, Scotty Silvani, or your former ex-man, took 6 marks in half a footy, which is pretty impressive. Carlton could really do with him, Scott. Not really. Do you really want to go into the Jack Silvani cope? It's not really a cope though. Look, he's proved that he can kind of be a bit of a jack of all trades, but master of none. And he's been injured for a decent part of this season, which is basically the story of his career under Carlton. C grader, potential to be a B+ grader, but you only see glimpses of it.
100%.
Yeah,
I mean that's why he fits at St Kilda, and they're a team full of C and D graders, and
he's a bum surrounded by bums, and he's getting paid $1 million a year to do it by his bum dad.
Yeah, only in there because of the family name, but it's like someone needs to pay for his brother's lawyers. Oh, sure.
That's us getting cancelled.
Okay, Will Day, his first game back, got himself the 18 spot, 5 clearances. Not a bad return from Will Day. Yeah, missing link in Hawthorn's midfield. Let's hope for Hawthorn's sake he could stay on the park for this one. Gizelenko says, agree with Scotty bums. Yeah, it's
Can we rearrange the position of the cameras? Because I don't want my face to be covered every time you highlight one of Jess's
Absolutely. I can do that
comments.
for you. Lucas can be on.
Thank you.
Thank God. Listen, who's the fucking host of it?
I'm the host. You know that, Lucas. I'm the host of the show. You know that.
Shit. But no, I agree with Scott. Just a pathetic showing by St Kilda. I thought they'd be at least somewhat competitive in this game. Absolutely not. Blown off the park in the first half. In the home ground by you, they make this big deal about playing at the MCG. Well, how about start winning games at Marvel first, and then we'll talk. But yeah, no good. Hawthorn, Gunston's on fire. Absolutely on fire, Jack Gunston. They can't win the flag without Jack Gunston, I believe. And yeah, just destroyed them. Disposals there, 430 the 387. Just couldn't get the ball, St Kilda. And disposal efficiency, 80% for Hawthorn is absolutely fantastic. If they do that every game, they'll probably win all their matches.
Above their average as well.
Yeah, above your average. But, yeah, not much to talk about. Hawthorn did what they had to do, and St Kilda are pretty pathetic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, St Kilda's fucking shit house, like, let's be honest. And they've gone out, they've spent how many millions of dollars across half a dozen players, and all they've achieved is the same result at the same part of the year as last year. Can't beat top 8 sides, can barely beat bottom 8 sides, and they're just in that St Kilda purgatory where they've been for the last 60 years.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, and now they're starting to see like that. Really, the narrative starting to form that should have formed at the end of last year when they bought all these players. All the ones beneath these blokes now, like your Darcy Wilsons, they're going to be gone by the end of the year because they have not been compensated for their loyalty, their efforts, and there's going to be plenty other teams out there that's going to want to take him.
Yeah, like us, Kiri, like Geelong.
Yeah. But speaking of Geelong, which we will go to the next game.
Oh, no. You'll like this song, Scott. You'll like this.
Three certainties in life.
Yeah.
Always, you know.
Or you're playing like they haven't played this version of the theme song since the 1950s.
You couldn't even get the proper one, Lucas.
We're going old school, so I thought I'd put that in. Go ahead.
But yeah, it was Carlton 12-16, 88 to Geelong 12-84. Yeah, what can we say about that one? You know, obviously from a Geelong perspective, not great. Not great. I think the score does absolutely flatter us because Carlton were absolutely smashing us in every single department, in and outside of the contest. The loose ball gets, just that Patrick Cripps and Sam Welsh just absolutely rejuvenated under Josh Fraser. And you know what, Scotty? I'll tell you what, I think you persist with Josh Fraser. I absolutely think you should. I think he deserves the top gig. What do you reckon? No.
Look, we're not going to get baited into doing this again. I don't know if you fellas remember a little guy by the name of Teague. David Teague.
Yep.
Been there, done that. Think about this new Carlton that you guys are going to become very familiar with over the next few years. Is that we have a very, very different crew kind of running things behind the scenes. Their entire footy department's been completely shaked up by the introduction of Graham Wright and Chris Davies, especially just sicko units that will not be swayed either way. We all know Graham Wright's game especially. And yeah, he's not going to, look, really what Josh Fraser has done in his 3 weeks has brought in a system that matches our talent at the end of the day. I think that our list has been severely underrated for years. Overrated in some aspects, but underrated in others. The fact that we're even, in the same conversation as Essendon's list is disgusting. 100%. But I'll get onto them. Do not worry. But no, I mean, it's fantastic what Fraser has done. But we've got a very thorough process ahead of us for our next senior coach. What Fraser has done just kind of proves when you bring things back to the basics, you play players in their natural positions, and you also introduce a game style that allows them to play on instinct and brings out their latent talents. And we have incredibly talented players that have been kind of suppressed under a very, very harsh coaching style over the last 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, you got players like Jagger Smith. He wasn't even being played in the midfield under Michael Voss. And look,
what the fuck, bro?
All of a sudden, he was running around witches' hats on that game on Friday night. He was Absolutely reduced. Who would you boys rather coach out of Essendon or Carlton? I'm going to say Carlton, to be honest, because like you said,
Carlton
Scotty,
by
I
a
think
mile.
because the
Who the
list
fuck is Essendon got?
because the list, the talent is all there. Like this was a team that made a prelim final in 2023. Just the right coach with the right game plan, and a couple of tweaks, and you're there. With Essendon, you're just going to have to start from scratch. You're going to have to start from scratch with this one.
Yep. Yep. We'll get on. We'll
That's
get on
James
to
Hurst
Essendon
proper,
later, fellas, because I love kicking people when they're down. But this is like this game, and I'm not just being a dickhead here, but this fixture is honestly my favorite fixture every season, every year. And I'm not just I'm not just like rubbing it in or anything, but the reason why is Geelong are a very professional outfit. They're not necessarily the best team every year, but they're clearly the most consistent. They are the benchmark of the competition. They are the ones you want to be pitted against and see how you perform and if you can beat them. And especially over the last 4 or 5 years where we kind of have won the majority of these outings, you really get to test yourself and your system against Geelong every year. At least we do.
Yeah.
And every time that we've won, every game honestly gets better, and it's not just because they get slightly closer, but I remember that round 2 2023, that was just a scrappy fucking shit game. We blew out at the start, and then it just fucking went to shit.
Yeah.
And then 2024, that first one, you guys got way out, and we almost clawed our way back. And then there was that dog shit 50 that was given to Cameron. Right in front of me as well. and then that second game, we absolutely destroyed you when Sam de Koning just got belted by his brother. And then the following year and then last year on Anzac Day, we came right out ahead. But that was the one where you guys did come back at the end of the third, and it's that start of the fourth, and it got within about 2 goals. And we absorbed that and then came back. So it's like we have improved. Well, both teams have almost improved against each other over the last few years. And then Friday night, that was game of the season, clearly.
Fair enough.
Two teams giving it 110%. And it not only was it your best 23, but it's not as though you guys were, just not getting out of second gear like maybe a Brisbane or a Sydney might sometimes. But it was just full flogging the entire time, both sides. And you can't say that either of them, left tickets out on the park, except for a couple, which I might bring up later.
Oh, I could probably say in that last passage of play when Patrick Cripps just grabbed it out of the pack and no one was fisting that out.
I shot up like a rocket. I shot up like a rocket, and I was watching it with 2 Geelong supporters and one of their girlfriends, and man, the pitch of my voice was it was like higher than a mosquito. It just went off the charts, and I just jumped out and I ran up and down the hallway in my house. I could not believe it, but it was him, and it had to be him.
It was in the script, Scotty. It had to be Captain Cripps. Because I knew we kicked a goal 2 minutes ago. I thought, just don't fuck this up. We just got to find a way to win the next clearance, possession footy, or just even make risk and go for the next goal. Kick it behind, to buffer it. But just no one's sport for it. Where was Tom Stewart? Where was Sam de Koning? Jack Henry wasn't down back because he was playing as that extra forward.
It was actually Brad Close who was on Cripps and then just let him run free, unobstructed, to take a hanger off of Jeremy Cameron.
Oh, but that
we were Sean fucking Mena, where was he? Nowhere. He was in the midfield in a world of his own, almost playing with himself. How do you let Cripps get free like that? How do you let a player like Cripps go unmarked? And look at these stats.
we had the matchups wrong as well. Like Oshin Mullen was on Patrick Cripps. Patrick Cripps, he's a fucking big boy. Like, compared to Oshin Mullen, Mullen should have gone on
Walsh.
either Sam Walsh or Jag.
I thought he would have. I
Smith.
thought he would have gone on Walsh.
Yeah.
100%. Did not expect him to go on to Cripps, but even Walsh can break a tag very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bloody ridiculous. Like,
it was a little bit like, even though it was your best 23 except for Jack Sharton, you kind of lost it.
Yeah.
You kind of lost it at selection a bit.
He should have played. He should have played that game.
Nah, he saw the mighty monogram in the corner of his eye and said, "Nah, give me the week off. I'm managed."
Because Tanner Bruin came in that and he didn't look right. He was he was quiet.
He was just a few fingers off it, I reckon. But you just kind of had too much of a negative mindset going into this. Not just like expecting Onion Mullins to go to whoever, but also like the Jack Henry, like defensive forward. Your back line was way too tall.
Yeah. We just didn't need that playbook because
it just reeked of arrogance, to be honest with you.
It did.
Yeah,
it did.
That coach's box.
It did.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I'll tell you what's arrogant. Fucking Jagger Smith. He had 30 touches in that preseason game against us. So we had 12 weeks to prepare for this guy, and look what he puts up: 27 disposals. 12 kicks. He probably, I don't know, Scott can probably agree or disagree with this. I think he played his best game for the season. Against Geelong, where he did it in the preseason game. Where was the respect there? Where was the work into him? He just did what he's won. After halftime, Scott, you just walked the ball out of the midfield with Cripps, Smith, and Walsh. Just walked it out. We had no answers. Your ball movement was absolutely fantastic. And Geelong, we said this before, Kiri, when you challenge Geelong on the inside, they don't like it. They fold. Sydney did that last week in the third quarter. They kicked 5 goals to 2. We got away with that one.
That's why people don't like. People are so scared of. I think people's idea of Geelong and the way they set up against Geelong is their undoing against you guys, because they always try and outplay you guys. The way you beat Geelong is you bring it right to them. You
100%.
Get in their face, and they will crumble at some point.
We saw Port Adelaide do that at the Adelaide Oval. A team, the last
Port
team you'd want to lose. Port did it. I mean, Gold Coast, we're always going to drop that one as well. But no, I do agree with you, Scotty. When you bring the heat against the Cats, they do simply fold like a deck of cards as well.
Yeah.
Tom Atkins, he was slow as a snail's race. Yes, he had a good fourth quarter, but I thought he should have been rested in this one. You maybe bring like a James Warple, or I've got a better idea. You bring in a George Stevens, who's been killing it in the VFL.
Yeah.
42 disposals in the VFL on Saturday. I actually spoke to Dwayne Russell on Dwayne's World about this as well, and he said to me that that George Stevens is gonna make a comeback very, very soon as well. So. And Chris Scott, he even said to himself, maybe I should have brought him in. Contested beast.
I would have respected you guys a bit more if you did kind of rest players and bring those players in, because it defeats our narrative completely. But then also it bumps up your own, because then it's like, well, we've got Adelaide in Adelaide next week. You kind of want to be at full force for a game like that. That's a game that you do not want to lose at all costs. This one, you kind of like, well, it could go either way, but you kind of still want a bit of a safer win. But not really taking any risks was not what you wanted to do going into this game.
No.
Yeah.
Well, what's worse, going on the TJP and opening your mouth and saying Geelong are going to give it the biggins, or going to the game at Adelaide, which I will be going and watching them lose live. I don't know what's more worse, because I've already seen them.
We can get into it a bit later, but I think this game will kind of set up a bit of a month of pain for the Geelong Football Club, unfortunately.
Got a tough draw though. Tough draw coming up. We got to play Freo.
We got a tough next 3 weeks. You know, we got
luck with that one.
Obviously, yeah. No, we got Gold Coast at KP. That could go either way. And yeah, Freo and Perth. Forget about it.
Yeah,
absolutely
luck.
Forget about it.
That one.
We had him there, and we brought it up to him for 3 quarters. So. But
look at those stats there, Scott. You just blew. But you missed a lot of set shots. You know, Walsh missed 3 set shots. Ainsworth missed a couple of set shots. You could have won this by 30.
Walsh's goals were all just snaps on the run. Like he could have throw himself easily. Yeah, but
bloody
bit of inaccuracy.
Yeah.
Well, he's still one of the highest rated forwards in the league, surprisingly, for a bloke that was almost delisted at the end of last year. But pretty evenly stats wise across the field, except for the ones that mattered. The one thing that was kind of surprising that you smashed the hit outs, but still our clearances were just like, yeah.
We're not a clearance team. We never win clearances. To be honest,
I'm surprised with the hit outs as well because Mitch Edwards looked quite gassed. Rucking against Mark.
Well, it just proved that we didn't necessarily. Pito just needed to put the body on him. He was never going to beat him aerially. Just needed to put the body on him and then just kind of worn him out. And like his tap outs just worsened in quality because it just went straight to us for the most part.
Yeah.
And even if you guys got a clearance, we were happy. Especially, we were happy for Bailey Smith to get the ball. Hey, the bloke
just on that.
I've been saying it about that guy for years. He just blind dump kicks it. He's a meters gain merchant. Yeah. Same with Holmes. Holmes was like your highest rated player. I didn't even see him all night.
I said this during the call. You know, Bailey Smith had 35 touches, but where? I think he had a couple of good kicks where he passed it to Dangerfield through the corridor and it set up a goal.
I'd argue, but he worked his socks off though. Like
he did. He always works hard. He's a elite runner.
Few passages of play.
Yeah,
he had a good few passages of play.
Who was his opponent? Whoever was working on him,
George Hewitt.
He did a terrific job. Scott, he did a terrific job on Bailey Smith. I know Bailey Smith, it says 35, but where? I thought George Hewitt did extremely well on him. And look at those uncontested and contested possessions. Just dominated us in a game where I said, I believe, Scott, I said Geelong by 54.
I said Carlton by 45. And it could have easily been that.
You're right.
I was conservative. I said Geelong by 10. You know, I thought this was going to be. It was close at the end, but I just thought we'd get over the jitters over the Blues now, but clearly not. So
we're up by 20 points at one stage, and I was sitting there thinking, "Oh, how good is this?" And that turned into an absolute nightmare.
That was the end of that first quarter when you guys were 20 points up. I was not concerned at all.
I thought to myself, now Carlton are going to come back. They're going to come back.
Yeah,
at some stage.
I mean, at the end of the first quarter, you're up by 20 points, but we were 1-9. And
I said him.
If they kick straight. They kick straight. This would have been a different story. I
said in my watch along after quarter time. I said, you know what, Carlton are doing all right. They just got to pick up their kicking efficiency because they were turn it over in the corridor, and we were damaging them, on turnover for goals. And I said, if Carlton just patch that up, we've got a game here, and Carlton did patch that up to an extent.
Yeah,
it wasn't just the turn, because I think you guys. Actually, I think the scores from turnover there was only 1 point difference on scores from turnover.
Yeah,
but we were not afraid to take it right down the guts every single time.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the thing.
And Geelong don't like that. They don't like that, Geelong. You do that to Geelong, they don't like it. Sydney did it a week ago in the third quarter. So if you do that to Geelong the whole game, they'll crumble. That's what always happens with Geelong. If you beat them, always inside mid, always loose ball get, and always on the inside. So, and that's what Carlton did. Took them on, and they didn't like it. They crumbled. There was no plan B from the coach. There was nothing. I didn't see Max Holmes go up forward. I didn't see, break the tag with Mullins. I didn't see anything. any plan B, any kind of change that would, get someone into the game. Neil had a terrible game. I thought he'd be thrown in the ruck. You at least get him into the game somehow. Didn't do that. Just a horrible coaching display, and Josh Fraser outcoached him. This one's for you, Scott.
So what has changed? Oh, hello, Crows girls. First of all, hello. So what has changed with Carlton players?
Hello,
Didn't like
mum.
Voss, as doesn't look good on Voss, which is a bit sad. No, I'm not particularly sad for Voss. I mean, it's a win-loss game. Look, he was just basically an incompetent senior coach. That's just the truth of it, and it's his own fault for us being in the position that we are. I mean, yeah, you can throw it back on the players to a point, but they did exactly as they were told under Voss, and the proof was on the field. You saw it every single week. They were only playing under his direction. And now, when there's a different direction, you see how well they play or how differently they play. Yeah,
Thank you, Mum, for the input.
But what I really loved just really about that game as well is that if you showed that to anyone and told them that was a final, you'd believe it. If not, I mean, if it was a final, there'd be at least 30,000 more screaming wogs there. But
yeah,
there was,
it did feel like that.
It just had that pressure. Carlton, I think we maxed out about 254 on the pressure gauge. I got no fucking idea what the pressure gauge is, but our number was big, which is good.
I just read it out. On the watch alongs. I have no idea what it means.
Yeah. If number's big, that's good. That's what I like about that one. But also as well, the amount of young, we had, I think it was a third of our side, 7 players under 12 AFL senior games. Yeah. And some of them were our best performers and given a lot of responsibility.
Now that you've mentioned it, Scotty, Flynn Young. Motherfucking
yes.
Young.
Hey, look, he's another victim of Voss, right? Now we picked him up in the mid-season draft last year. He was a Werribee VFL Premiership player from the year before, and he performed quite well. He got about 6 games at the end of last year, basically when our season was dead. He should have had 3. It was an absolute shame that third goal was taken off him, but he was killing it in the VFL. He was averaging about 3 or 4 goals a game. And when Elijah Hollins went out, I thought straight swap because they play the same role. And as good as Elijah was playing up until that point, Fling wasn't very far behind him. And, Michael Voss is Michael Voss. Never gave him a chance. Now he's been in. He was all right against Port Adelaide, but he really embarrassed himself with that burning about half the team just trying to take a shot that he missed. But then he came back and he backed it up. And it's everything that you want to see from these younger players. And even then, he's 24 years old. It's not as though he's actually that young.
Oh, but, I thought he was young.
Yeah.
He was 19 or something.
No, he's 24. He's 24.
Sheesh.
He's been at Werribee for years.
Okay.
And he's from the Geelong area as well, just to rub it in.
Ooh. No, not to rub it in. We might if he does well at Carlton, we might actually have a look at him, Scott, as you know. Who's that other? I don't know if he's an actual small forward, but he's another small player.
Taylor
he
Byrne.
kicked a goal.
Taylor Byrne.
Yeah, he's also another good player.
The one that split Blitzarves in half.
Yeah.
Bloke's playing his 4th senior game, and he takes on the 300 gamer and sets up that Jagger Smith blind turn into Brody Kemp goal. Yeah. Just I've loved this bloke ever since I first saw him in the Brisbane practice match, followed by the Geelong one. In the Brisbane practice match, he kicked 4 goals in the 4th quarter. He only came on for the 4th quarter. He kicked 4 goals, and he's just they call him. I don't like calling him this, but they call him the Blizzard. As in Blue Lizard.
Okay.
The boys around the club, they call him Donk, for short for donkey. But anyway, he's a fantastic player, and he's that real modern, Watson model small forward. He just has no disregard for his own body, just throws himself at absolutely everything. 2nd, 3rd, 4th efforts, pardon me. One thing he hasn't quite brought back from his practice match games was just cannonballing through stoppages and just trying to grab the ball at all costs. But look, he can't write himself off in his very first season. But very impressive what that young man has done. When he was dying under Voss, absolutely, because the Voss small forward is the Carlton Cardio Club. He was playing half back. He was just flooding the fucking back line every game that he played, and people were crying that he wasn't kicking goals. He goes back in the VFL, fucking canes it, and then under Fraser comes straight back in, and it's an absolute wonder what some of these fellas can do in their natural position.
Yeah,
and I'm not done yet as
100%.
well. We'll move on to another one, Billy Wilson. Now he's one that I pointed out. So my Geelong mates and his dad that were here on Friday night. I said the second that this guy, keep an eye out for him. His eyes are about this far apart, and he's got the blonde bob. A bit more professional, no hairband, just ties it back, but he's got the blonde bob too. And he had an absolute ripper game. It seemed like he only had about 15 or 16 disposals, but it seemed like he had it every second touch. And it never occurred to me once, like, hang on, who the fuck is he playing on? Do you know who he was playing on? Patrick Dangerfield.
Yeah, well, gee, no wonder he bet him. Have you seen Dangerfield lately playing? I don't know why he's playing on Dangerfield.
He should be off to the glue factory with Reece Stanley, that bloke.
Oh, absolute waster, that bloke.
Yeah, you guys were playing with 17 on the ground, honestly, and you have been for weeks.
No, yeah. Well, we thought he was getting better, but then in that game he was just non-existent. He kicked that goal that Bailey Smith set him up.
I think there's a reason why Chris Scott doesn't want to throw him in the midfield. I think the legs are gone.
You saw what happened that in the dying minutes of the fourth when he put himself in, griefed it. That's what led to us winning.
Yeah, the legs.
He's got no power. He's not a Pendlebury where he can just rely on skill. He relies on his body. He relies on explosiveness. He doesn't have that anymore. His main strength is gone. He doesn't have that.
Yeah,
so you can't even leave him in the.
He has the me sort of attitude as well. I love Paddy, but legend of the club. But
no, I think he's a fucking flog. Actually,
he's got to put the team.
He's that old bloke who stayed 1 year too long, and he's down on form. So all he does is play for free and take people's legs out from under him.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he should have retired in that grand final. That should have been a sign, but. He's still got another year to go, Scotty. So he's still got another year. He can't possibly go on. Possibly.
He's done. He's the one more year of P. Dangerfield.
You know what? I've even said this on the Hoops crew as well. And look, I'm not going to call names or anything. A number of people didn't like what I said, but I said we give. This was after the Port Adelaide game. He only had 3 touches. Only the 3 touches.
Terrible.
I said, give him a farewell game. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
just give him a farewell game, and that's for the Crows game.
Yeah, that's what you suggested. It should be the Crows game. Because since he played for both clubs,
So you get
but he's not going to do that. He's too selfish.
Give him a game at Cardinia Park as well, but then cheer him off. But the club won't do that. Because he's the captain. Tom Harley barely.
Do you know what we were saying about our fucking captain all year? Up until the Footscray game, you know what we're all saying about our captain, mate, and who stands up when he's needed. In our time of need, who dons the cape, doesn't make the selfish plays, only plays for the team. Yeah. And that's 1P, Cripps.
And we've written off Patrick Cripps. We thought, maybe he's cooked. His last 3 weeks, Kieran and Scott, has been unbelievable. Yeah. Back to his best. So he's still got plenty more left to come, Patrick Cripps. The only thing is, Scott, is will you keep him? Medalist. Yeah, but will you keep him, Scott? Will we go back to Perth? That's the only question.
I'd keep him. Look, I might have gotten a little bit emotional. Up until Voss got sacked, you're kind of looking at all available options. And he didn't have the best run of form running up to that. Yeah. But look, he proved as much as the game is changing at such a fast pace and it's outside of the contested game, you still need that one guy who can just break packs or at the very least draw 2-3 players to him. And Patrick Cripps absolutely can, and he's the best to have ever done it, and you cannot deny that.
Mm.
He's the best contested player game ever.
Yeah, and we look at Dangerfield, and he can't even get past blokes that are 5'10". So,
like I said, George Stevens, he does that every week at the VFL. He could be the next Patrick Cripps, but we don't fucking play him.
We never play the kids. Never play the kids.
Hawthorn want him. Hawthorn want him. You watch that. They'll probably pick him up. He might be that missing piece for the premiership. You know, if Will Day gets bloody fit, you know.
They can have Warble back if they want.
Yeah. What happened to that bloke?
Oh, he was playing.
We got scammed. That's what happened. Scammed. Absolutely scammed by Hawthorn.
Yeah. He's a VFL player at best. But we'll move on for that one.
No. Just to wrap things up, fellas.
Just to wrap things up.
Just because this game meant so much to me. And surely you guys know, like, this is the one win that we needed. Look, 2 in a row, just to beat this narrative, right? Footscray, gun team, but fucked with injuries. Port Adelaide, fucking shit, but look, it's Port Adelaide and Adelaide, and they've still got their guns. We still manage them. This was the true test, and it was like such. You could see from that scream, that roar from the crowd, that this was the pressure release, just that valve just exploding. Finally, it was just that sigh of relief, just everything that we've just been begging for all year, 2.5 years almost. Like, this was the best win that we've had since the last Geelong game, and I'm not taking the piss, but it's hard to explain just how much this one meant to Carlton supporters, because it means that we're not bumming out like fucking Essendon. We're not even like these other sides like West Coast, Port Adelaide, and that. This proved to us that we could take on the best at their best, and it wasn't because Geelong were just having a shit night. We outplayed them at their own game and better. At every opportunity.
Give him the applause. I miss the good old days.
Channel 7. No. I'm not done. Channel 7 put on that. They put on like a montage of the celebrations to David Bowie, "We Can Be Heroes," and I've watched that about 100 times in the last 3 days. I'll even link it in the chat for everyone.
I remember the good old days, Scott, where you used to play us in Geelong. But even you don't even do that anymore.
One of my actually, let's talk about when Carlton plays down at KP, when Asava Radagalia is playing volleyball against. I
remember that game so clearly.
Yes. Another memorable moment from that game that's very much forgotten. But one Gary Ablett Jr. missing it from 20 meters directly in front.
Oh, fuck me.
The amount of Geelong legends that Carlton have retired. Gary Ablett Jr., Tom Hawkins, should have been Patrick Dangerfield.
Yeah, should have been.
Was Jack Martin playing that game?
Which game?
The COVID that game you were
he might not have been, because he only played about 3 games a year for us.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, before he came here.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Lucas, I'm gonna send you that video I was talking about on Discord if you want to post it in the chat.
Unless you have anything else more to say, Scotty, or forever hold your peace, because
let's just say, if you're gonna come up and talk shit about Carlton and call us a bunch of fucking nuffs, I'll show you who's the fucking nuff of this week, motherfucker.
What did I say? What happened?
It's too late. Who's the fucking producer on this show? You've got the reaction speed of fucking Patrick Dangerfield, bro.
What happened there?
I blame the computer for that.
Oh shit, Mr. NBN, we've been on this.
I'm still fairly new to StreamYard, all right?
Yeah, we're still barely. We're not professionals like you, Scott, and Mars and Bo
we're
and
not,
Rocco and that.
This is not jumper punch levels, so you know.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
legit
get there one day, though. With your help, we'll get there.
And
We've only been doing it a year.
And Lucas, I've been seriously.
All right, quickly. All right, seriously. Quick one.
Maybe chip in for the full version as well instead of the cheap one.
Yeah, just super quick, fellas. While we're on the topic, give us your 3 votes.
All right,
For Carlton or Geelong?
Oh, yeah. Good question.
Out of
3
both
votes?
teams. Out of both teams.
What 3 votes?
Overall.
But for who? For Geelong, there were nobody. Nobody deserves votes.
I guess you'll just have to.
Yeah, we'll give them to Carlton. 3 for me for Cripps. Yeah, 3 for Cripps. Well, it's your 3 core midfield, Scott. 3 for Cripps, 2 for Walsh, 1 for Smith.
Yeah. Nice. I'll give you my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
I'll go Paddy Cripps. Will Hayward.
Yep, Hayward was good.
Sam Walsh.
Yep.
Jagger Smith. Billy Wilson. Oh, and a shout out for Lockie Cowan. Lockie Cowan on Jeremy Cameron. I did not expect that one bit, but I'll get you the meat tray instead of Frankie Evans.
Yeah. Oh, and Readering for keeping Shannon Neal goalless. We'll give credit there. Have to give credit there.
Walsh should be dropped this week.
Ooh.
Well, honestly, he might against Essendon. Probably deserves a rest. Look, we got the bye. We got the bye after this week, so basically we got two buys in a row. You've
got a good thought, Scotty. You've got the next 5 games. 3 of them are absolute gimmies. One of them's a 50-50. The other one's a bit hard because you play, I think, Hawthorn in Tassie. But you've got is that game actually in Tassie? Did I read that right?
Nah, can't be. It's got to be at the G. We're Carlton, mate.
We don't go to
these. No, because after the GWS game, we do not leave Victoria for the rest of the season.
Yeah, there you go. So you've got a good draw. You can make wild card, Scott. You can make the wild card, and anything could happen there with that. Anything could happen.
Probably 7 or 8 out of the next 12.
Yeah,
but
absolutely doable.
3 easy games coming up.
I'll give you my 3, 2, 1, boys. So since we're doing both teams, 3 votes I'll give to Paddy Cripps, 2 votes Sam Walsh, 1 vote I'm going to give to Connor O'Sullivan. I thought he's one of the only Geelong boys that could hold their heads up high. 12 marks in that one in such a high pressure sort of environment. He absolutely stood up, and this is a kid that hasn't played 50 AFL games yet. He's coming close, but he absolutely stood up. So I'm giving him
fair cop.
For that one too.
Yeah, he applied himself, and he never dropped his head. He was the one player for your side that you can say took it over 4 quarters. It is a little bit deceiving with the marks because you had such a tall back line, and we just had small forwards basically. Harry Mackay, I don't think he even entered the forward 50. But he can hang his hat high. What do you call him? Sully. Sully. That's it. Can Carlton beat West Coast? Absolutely. We're playing them at Marvel. Are you fucking stupid? Come on, bro. Don't insult me. Don't insult me.
I think it is time to move on to the next game because we got quite a bit of the show as well. It's nearly an hour of the show as well. We
got our quiz coming up, Scott. You're gonna be a part of that. You're gonna be a part of that quiz, Scott.
TJP. Every TJP appearance is 3 hours minimum. I hope you guys realise that.
I mean, we did 2 hours and 20 minutes last week.
Scott, I would do this with you for 10 hours, but Kiri's got time restrictions because of work. But it is what it is. Your next game, Kiri.
We could fast track this one. Sydney and Richmond. Not much to say here. We all knew this was going to be an absolute spanking. 100 and.
Come on, man! You're really bringing the quality of the zone down, bro. But yeah,
This game.
Your man, Charlie Curnow. 8
yeah.
goals, won.
That's my
This
Charlie. That's my
That's
Charlie.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
How many did he kick against Geelong?
2.
2, yeah,
Yeah.
2. So
Two more than Shannon Neal did. 2 more than Shannon Neal did.
But Lucas, he only beats
Oh,
up.
okay. Rewind. We're back on the Carlton game. Go back to Carlton. We need to talk about Scratcher. Scratcher almost dodged us, but we're taking it back. Rewind. Scratcher Neal, bro. What's going on?
Yeah.
No. Forget about it.
Charlie Curnow. But I'm saying Charlie Curnow, he only beats up the Oz kickers, but when it comes to the big games, where is he? Come on, Lucas. Even Scotty agrees as well. Come on, mate.
No, well, we should have gave Carlton the option, of giving Neil for Curnow, and Kerry. This is not on the script. This is unedited here. We're gonna check the head-to-head, who's got the most goals this season. And I'm not a fancy lawyer, but I believe so far, Charlie Curnow is in front of Shannon Neal. So my prediction that Curnow will kick 75 goals, that's probably down the drain. But my other prediction of that he will kick more goals than Shannon Neal, that is looking very, very good at this point in time. Every dog has its day. I didn't have my day on Friday, but I had my day on Saturday with Charlie Curnow. More goals than Shannon Neal, and that is what I want to see. We butchered that trade. And this is just only going to convince me, Scott, that we should have gave you Shannon Neal for it.
You weren't even in the conversation, little bro. We have won that trade by far, even with him kicking a bag against the Tigs, mate. But yeah, I didn't watch this game. I was watching my local footy team.
Fair enough. But Sydney
I knew it was going to happen anyway.
Yeah. Sydney blew him out the water. Richmond playing a VFL team. Never going to happen. So did what they had to do. Oh, yes. This game.
I certainly watched this one. Game of the round, in my opinion.
Oh
my God. Oh, my. But who would have thought? Who would have absolutely... If you said to me that Fremantle, beginning of the season, Fremantle would beat the Brisbane Lions at the Gabba, you'd absolutely think
this world's gone mad.
The world has absolutely gone mad. The Brisbane Lions, they're absolutely falling apart. The Fremantle Dockers, they are the benchmark of the competition at the moment. That's 11 wins in a row for them now. Goodness gracious me, they are absolutely flying at the moment. I mean, Brisbane could have came back. They did put the queue up in the rack, the Fremantle Dockers, but they did enough. But gee whiz, alarm bells are ringing for the Lions at the moment.
They're gone
for them. And I do feel like that the 3 grand finals in a row have taken a toll on them as well.
They're gone for me. They've got no motivation. The contested stuff they did last year and the previous year, not there. They've lost a bit of heart. That's what happens. Hawthorn did it. When they won 3 grand finals, they were terrible during their 4th peat. Richmond did it. They fell away very quickly. I'll see it with this Brisbane team. They've had their 3. Collingwood got very lucky against them. I think Scott can even agree with that. Should have been Brisbane that year.
They've actually already achieved the 3-peat because 2023 Collingwood were scratched and actually instantly forfeited that game. In my record, due to that 50-meter match fixing penalty in the 4th.
So we've got a good relationship with the Magpie Chronicles, Scott, and Mick's been on your show.
Mick,
he's not going to like this, Mick. He's not going to like this.
Yeah. No. He knows what I think about his pies, but look, we all know when the Brisbane fall off happened. It was that second half against the Blues.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, right. Yeah, when you came back and kicked 7 goals in the 3rd quarter unanswered.
Yep.
That was it. The stats here. Ashcroft, I don't know what's happened to the Ashcroft brothers. They've just had a poor year. Zach Bailey, had a good game. Darcy Wilmot had a good game. But, yeah, just not good enough for me. With Brisbane, they've
Tracy was superb. Patrick Voss,
Yep.
4 goals, 3.
Oh.
He could have kicked. I'm going to say this again. Essendon could use a key forward like him.
Essendon could use him. Yeah. Jai Miss, he's starting to impress me. He's starting to have some big games, Jai Miss, the last couple of weeks. Probably needs to improve his goal kicking. That will probably come. But again, look at their possession winners. Brayshaw's not putting up big numbers. They've still got Sarong out. They've got Young out. It's just a team effort with this. No one's really dominant. There's not a single individual. It's just a team effort. Defense, midfield, attack, even in the ruck with Luke Jackson. They are. They're probably the complete team, the most completed team in the AFL.
Erasmus is incredibly underrated, I feel.
He is.
Yes. Yeah. Erasmus Hoyland, my man from the Manchester United, Erasmus, yes. That's what I like to call him that. No, he's...
My man, Isaiah Dudley.
Dudley. Even Dudley, Isaiah Dudley, small forward.
Little bit of trivia for you fellas. So, pre-season started last year. There were 2 players offered train-on spots at Carlton, Francis Evans and Isaiah Dudley.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because Dudley is Eddie Betts' nephew, so there was a connection there. But we went with Frankie Tanky, which I'm not complaining. I love it.
I love it. I miss him, Frankie.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I was happy to pick him up in the first place, because he was picked up by Geelong, and who's good at scouting good talent. Like, it's just been fair.
He was at Port Adelaide for a couple of years beforehand.
But only the baggers could unlock his true potential.
Sweet fuck all at Port Adelaide,
No,
when he took on Shannon Neal and Blitzarves in the goal square and beat them both.
Oh.
Anyway, back on.
Everyone, as I said, you're right there. Yeah, Frank Evans, Frank the Tank beating Shannon Neal and Blitzard. Yeah, probably a summary of them. But no, everyone's doing well. Mason Cox is fit in strangely. Even Mr. Palestine, Alex Pearce, he's played well this year. So they're all doing well. Luke Ryan, Switkowski, they're all doing well. So I think they're the most complete team for me this year. Fremantle, can they win it at the G? That's their only issue.
Yeah, I know it's only the 1st of June, but Fremantle are, they're unproven in finals. Are they doing a bit of an Adelaide this year? Who knows? They've been building for a lot longer than what Adelaide were.
Yes,
because Adelaide just kind of shot up from out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but look, they're going to get their 2 home finals, so we'll see. I mean,
they
lost in the home final against Gold Coast last year.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. They did. Yes.
But for them, they need to get top 2 for the double chance as well for those home finals. That's going to be their only way to make the grand final. And my question for Fremantle would be is, are they peaking too early, and what are they going to do about it as well? Do they have that extra gear as well? Because we know the Adelaide Crows, we thought they looked absolutely unstoppable, embarrassed out in straight sets. That's a good point you got, Scotty, comparing to the Adelaide team last year. But I do agree with you at the same time, they have been brewing something. All the time, Justin Longmuir has been coaching this side as well, because they have made finals a couple of years. Yeah. But they haven't dropped drastically. They just always steadily climbed up the ladder season by season.
Their brand is far more sustainable than most.
Yeah,
and you have seen the evolution over the years. And in 24, if it wasn't for Port Adelaide beating them in the final round and we made finals, it would have been them in our place. So they could have made finals several years in a row.
Yeah,
they just haven't made it out of the first week. But we'll see. Yeah. As I said, their style, it is the way they play. It's very sustainable. They just have some very injury injury-prone key players, which could be the only thing that fucks them towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
No Sarong and no Will and no Hayden Young. Hayden Young is a very good two-way player. We know about Sarong inside mid-ball. But they'll come back. I think they'll actually come back this week.
Fredericks lost a lot of footy. Alex Pearce has lost a lot of footy. Who else? I know Sean Darcy hasn't been playing, but he's very injury prone. And then it only takes
he is.
You never know, like a Luke Jackson going down. Or
correct. Yeah, correct. Well, we looked at Sean Darcy, didn't we, Kerry? And we kind of said we dodged the bullet there because he can't get on the park.
Thank God.
Don't worry, they're only paying him $1 million a year.
And his fitness isn't, and when he is playing, his fitness isn't the best. Putting it lightly, but just look at that uncontested possession, just smashed Brisbane. Brisbane like their uncontested footy.
The Lions, they just don't want it. They just don't give a fuck.
Nah, they've lost motivation.
They just didn't want it. Being second to the ball. I like to see. Look at the tackle count as well. When you're second to the ball and you're not chasing it. They completely gave up. And for a back-to-back premiership side, I probably expect more. To be honest, as well.
Well, we expect more, but we're not surprised that this has happened. They've just got no motivation. What does Fagan do? Does he play kids?
Even though they have made the last 3 grand finals, would you describe them as a professional outfit ever?
Honestly, I wouldn't say so. And why I say this is because of the off-field distractions, and even before premierships, they won as well. Let's not forget. The fiasco with Dane Zorko about nearly 10 years ago as well. It's quite an ongoing pattern. Cam Rayner, some of the other boys when they went to Las Vegas as well.
Mitch Robertson,
but when he was at the club, outside of the football is really a sort of a shit sort of culture, and you wonder why
they don't have strong culture. They don't have off-field culture.
Brisbane were sort of like irrelevant in the last 10 sort of years before Chris Fagan walked into that door as well. Like the football, that's obviously changed, but I still think the culture outside of it just absolutely reeks at the moment, and it doesn't help that they're in a NRL environment sort of city as well.
Well, compared to their intersport neighbours, they are very well behaved. Like the stuff that you hear that goes on with rugby players, man, it would turn your head.
Oh,
100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, NRL players are a bit nasty at times.
Yeah, but no, the Lions, even when they were on top, like if they were going to lose a game, they just stopped giving a fuck. But this is like those bad habits just in triplicate this year, rather than losing and conceding like 40 points. It's like conceding 60 to 80 points. Now they're conceding over 100 points in every loss. Yeah.
Well, that was a disgraceful game against the GWS. They just gave up after halftime in that game as well. But they've just got no. It's interesting if Fagan stays on. Does he say, we've lost motivation? Do I move on? Because he's done a hell of a job. Credit where credit's due with Fagan. They were a basket case Brisbane when he came in.
He's one of the I think 6. It might be 5 now with Brad Scott out, but I think there's 5 coaches that are out of contract next year.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. Do you see him leaving? You too? I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, if you could see him maybe, obviously, like not to coach Tassie, but maybe take on like a supervisory role down there. You could see that, but I mean, he could go either way. To be honest, like he could just sign on for another 2 or 3 years after next year.
I think it depends how it goes for them this season as well, because we still got a half of the season to play through, and Brisbane were around in this position at this time of year as well. We thought
they've been written off a lot of times.
They're done. Like I think it depends where they are going to finish it. Yeah, Chris Fagan, he is obviously one of the older coaches in the AFL at the moment too. He's not going to be forever. The same thing with Chris Scott as well. it happens with all coaches. I think he'll stay on for another year, but it just depends on how the season pans out, not just on the field, but also off the field as well.
It feels like forever with Chris Scott. But anyway, Kiri, next game.
The next game on Saturday was the Western Bulldogs against Collingwood and Marvel Stone. The music. Yeah.
Good theme song. Go back. I don't know what the fuck. Why don't they just go back to Footscray, man? Like seriously, I say this every week. Just go back to Footscray.
Yeah,
it's simple as that.
It's only ever been Footscray for me.
Yeah.
My mum's side of the family are all Footscray. I won't bore you with it, but my great grandfather, he's a pioneer of the Doggies. He captained 3 flags for them in the VFA and was their first senior coach in the VFL. In saying that, up the fucking baggers, I don't go for bum irrelevant minnow clubs. I wear this monogram with pride. And Johnny Bulldog Craddock, if you're watching this, wow, who's got 16 flags, motherfucker?
Oh, gee. Oh.
Anyway, on to this game. Isn't it beautiful for the Blues to win by 4 and the Pies to lose by 4?
Oh, good stat. Good stat right there, Scotty. Yes. Yeah, no, that was a good. I tipped the Bulldogs for this one because I thought the Pies were no chance for this one. They played their grand final for Scott Pendlebury the week before, and injuries galore for them. No Jamie Elliott, he's out for the season. No Darcy Moore. I think there's a few other blokes out as well, and yeah. It's just getting worse for the Pies at the moment. Nearly snatched this game though, but
Selwood with a game-saving mark.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Selwood by name, Selwood by nature.
That name haunts AFL. Absolute fucking terrorists of football. Oh no, it's spelled differently. He gets a pass.
He does. Well, it haunts Collingwood, especially in that grand final.
Say that.
Oh, yeah, it was a very good mark by so like I said, Selwood by name, Selwood by nature, contested mark to save a game. What else is new with the Selwood?
Well, he wasn't dropping his knee. He was actually winning the game honourably.
Oh, there it is.
He was actually trying to win the game off his own merits and talent.
For another 2 hours.
I picked Footscray to win comfortably under Marvel. Collingwood came back though. De Goey's had a great 3 weeks. De Goey, credit where credit's due there.
Well, if it's not De Goey, then who is it? It has to be him.
Well, that's it. It's either the other bloke that you don't want to name called one N Dacos.
He's not going in and getting the hard ball, mate. So someone has to fucking sacrifice themselves for his career.
100%.
Pendlebury had a good game, only leading from the corridor, as he always does. But yeah, well, the coaches' votes. De Goey got a perfect 10. So Nick Dacos had 37. He only got 3. So it just goes that the coaches weighted De Goey's game more, and rightly so. 500 meters gain.
No, that just goes that Beveridge doesn't rate him at all.
That's it. But yeah, for Footscray, Tim English has had a good year. I'll tell you who's had a good year that I didn't thought would was Norton. He's really surprised me this year because at times, Scott, we say, maybe he's not the best forward out there, clumsy.
Everyone thought he was a dead man walking, but then that kind of factory reset him. He's been fantastic since he got snapped in half.
Yeah. Riley Rest continues to kick goals for them. So, another team that's been plagued heavily by injury, but they're very dangerous at Marvel. They win a lot of games there. Unfortunately, we have to play them there, don't we, Kiri? Again?
Do we?
Come on, fellas. You have to play Marvel at least once a year.
Yeah, we're playing. I
don't think we do, Kiri, because the Footscray fans after the Geelong game complained, you don't play us at Marvel anymore. We have to go to Geelong. Well, it's interesting enough on that. I didn't want to go into this, but on that, if teams refuse to come here, Scott, like you guys and Collingwood and Hawthorn. It doesn't leave.
Lucas, I hate to
Oh,
burst
here
your
we go.
bubble here, but unfortunately, Carlton can't play their home games at Cardinia Park. And when it's your home game, it's Geelong who chooses who plays at the G and who plays at KP. Because we pay your fucking bills, motherfucker.
Well,
If it's not us, if it's not the Carlton Football Club, it's your beloved Victorian Labor government that pays your bills.
Oh no, she whiz.
Bills. Either way, you're taking my hard-earned wages for your cow paddock down there.
Yeah, well, yeah, Cow Paddock is only a 40,000 seat stadium. It's not like it's fucking 70.
And you blokes can't even fill it up unless it's an easy win like against Richmond. When it's an actual scary game, none of you want to be there. And by the way, let's bring it back to Friday night. 61,000 people there. I guarantee you 60,000 of them were my screaming wog mates that were there. And I bet you only 1,000 of them were you Geelong bums because you were too scared to come to the big under the bright lights on Friday night because you knew what was going to happen.
Oh, shit. Yeah, world's gone mad, Mars. That's it. But no, with the foot square, he's playing Geelong. Well, like I said, he doesn't give up. We only get 10 games a year. If 3 teams won't go down there's not many options to choose, is there? So it's just the way it is.
Sorry, I cut you off. The only Marvel game we got is against North Melbourne.
Absolute posh.
That's it. No, fuck the roof. I hate the roof, all right?
No, Scott, I'm telling you, that could be a danger game. I'm telling you. Could be.
I hope it is. Anyway, let's get back to Ned Long. He's a fucking fraud. Ed Allen, who the fuck is that? Fuck Steel side bottom. Billy Frampton, the general down back. Who the fuck is Harvey Harrison? Dan McStay shouldn't even be on an AFL list. Keep scrolling down. Nah, scroll up. Bo McCreary, keep eating your Mrs. Box, mate. That's the only good thing you're good at. Scroll up.
Oh my god. Oh, this is adding another dynamic here.
I'd hate to see Scott if they actually won this game.
Yeah, well, they lost.
Angry Anderson, he got 2 goals.
Angry, yes.
Yeah, and he burnt all of his teammates of both of them. He should have missed them both.
I'll tell you what, Scott, what do you think of Lipinski? What do you think of him?
Gross. He's a scum sucker, mate. He's no good. He's no good. The worst player to ever wear number 1 Guernsey at any club.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah,
and that's with Adam Treloar right next to him.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, true. Tim Membry, he's a shining light up there. Tim Membry, he's the only one that's kicking bloody goals for him.
He always killed us at St Kilda. Yes,
good old Membry. Kiri doesn't like him; he hates him. But I'm telling you, he'd do well. He'd do better than Shannon New in Geelong. That's for damn sure. At least he goes in front of the ball and marks it.
Jeremy Howe, Dan Houston, fucking fraud. Jeremy Howe passed it. Lockie Schultz fucking sucks. Bro. Braden Maynard, overrated bum. Darcy Cameron, come on, bro. Nick Dacos, seriously. Scott Prendable, come on, man. Degoe can half hang his head up high, needs to get off the drugs.
Scott, you're coming in more aggressive than a PSG riot. No holds barred with you. Who else have we missed? I think we've got, the other ruckman, Ostiostine, did his ACL last week. So they've got no backup ruckman. I think Darcy Moore played ruck last week, then he did his hamstring. So they've only got
two ruck contests and it took him out for a month.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupidity. Look, it ODs me. It pains me watching Paddy Cripps go on the ruck, but fuck me, man. Darcy Moore, seriously.
He's off to Triple J now with his girlfriend. So
his girlfriend. Yes. Anyway.
Wait, we can't assume genders. It's 2026
now. Let's move on, fellas. Let's move on.
Let's move on to this one. Super Saturday or Saturday Ticket, they call it on the Fox Footy thing. Melbourne and GWS at Alice Springs up north. It's the Giants. They got the job done here as well. It's normally a fortress for them, for the Demons at Alice Springs. And Lucas, you said this to me before the show. Melbourne, they are the new flat track bullies after this one. They can't seem to win outside of the MCG. Lucas, do you want to elaborate on that?
Absolutely. We know the MCG is a wider oval compared to other grounds in the AFL, and they use their spread really, really well at the G. They've bet very good teams there. They've bet Gold Coast there. They've bet Brisbane there. But outside the G, they had a horrible game in that gather round. I went to that against Essendon, where Essendon just choked them on the corridor. They went to Sydney. They kicked 100 points. They did all right there. But they went to Marvel with the Dogs. I picked Melbourne in that game. Dogs won that, and this was probably one of the worst losses of the year for them. I picked Melbourne to win very comfortably here. It is a fortress, but once again, the smaller ground, Giants just choked them in the corridor. The ball movement was fantastic, and Melbourne just had no answers. Mind you, they kicked straight, could have been different, but they were just completely outplayed by the Giants midfield, and Oliver had a fantastic game.
He did. Against his old club,
But we say Fremantle flat track bullies over the years, Adelaide flat track bullies. I think that goes to Melbourne. They're yet to win a game outside of the MCG. However, good news for them, they do play a lot. They play their last 6 games. They've got 6 games out of the MCG coming up. So that's probably going to benefit them more, including a big one against Fremantle and against us as well, Kiri. So they play Geelong and Fremantle at the G. So if they can win those ones, well, they're probably going to make finals. But their away form is terrible. So all good for them if they're playing finals against Victorian teams. But if they have to go to Perth, if they have to go to, albeit Gold Coast, don't like their chances until they can actually prove they can win a game outside MCG.
Yeah, I mean, especially after the first month of this season, I was telling everybody, like, hype up the Ds at your own peril. While they've certainly outperformed their expectations, they don't have the dynamism that a team of their position should have. They're really just hammering one style and just kind of focusing on that. But as you say, the second teams get on the out. Like, not to keep saying Carlton, but it's just I know them the best. We're a contest and pressure-based side, even still under Josh Fraser. Melbourne are built the same. They're just playing to their strengths. When they get caught on the outside, they're absolutely fucking done. But yeah, at least they can punish teams at their home ground. That still keeps a bit of a winning culture for them. But yeah, look, the Giants have been doing this for much longer than they have, and it's going to take a bit more spamming. Max Gawn to Cosy Pickett 100 times a game to beat these slightly more experienced teams.
Yeah, Toby Green.
Sorry, just add on to that. It was perfect fucking conditions on that day, and to kick 16 behinds like that is just that's pathetic.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with that. That should never happen. Yeah, it amazes me, Scott, when teams do that at Marvel. I still can't work that out.
Even that the St Kilda Hawthorn game, I know they actually, and I have a mate who used to be a groundskeeper at Marvel. There's some games where they just like get the sprinklers out before the game and fucking soak it at Marvel. And if you watch that first half of the game, it was slippery as. No one could.
That was in the corridor as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So they kept it dry on the wings, but in the corridor they used the sprinklers for some weird reason. So one part of the ground, I found that really. I know what you're talking about. I found that really weird. I didn't get that whatsoever.
It's because that's where the stage goes whenever they do like RMIT's graduations, whenever they have a concert. Yeah,
they do, don't they?
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
That's right.
Good effort for the Giants. They're not that. I've been saying for years they're on the downward trend, but look, they're still a half decent team, and they pull out a half decent performance. But still, I wouldn't overhype them at all.
Yeah, Toby Green's been thrown into the midfield this year because of Stephen Cornelio, who once again got injured. What else is new? No Tom Green. So Toby's been playing as a midfield. His last 2 weeks have been absolutely fantastic, Toby. 3 goals again this week. Had a field day yesterday last week against Brisbane. He kicked 5 goals, had 30 touches. So maybe him as a midfielder it's starting to work. But yeah, another injury to Cornelio.
I like him. I like Toby Green, what he's been doing.
Yeah.
You could see why Geelong want him as well.
He knows that Geelong's been told they have to start paying fair contracts after having to give Baz a raise. So he's just putting in a resume performance and knowing that there's no way they can give him a minimum wage contract and a couple of paddocks. He knows he's going to get paid.
No farms for him. But yeah, Giants, 2 very good weeks, very impressive weeks. I've said repeatedly on this show, Scott, maybe the message isn't getting through to their coach. I do like their coach, Adam Kingsley. Very hard school 90s coach, only one message. But last 2 weeks have turned it around.
Do you know the law about Kingsley and Carlton?
No, I don't.
So when just before Voss got the coaching job, we put together our coaching committee. They got down to 2 final candidates, Michael Voss and Adam Kingsley. And the coaching committee said, look, Michael Voss, he is what he is. He's tactically inept. We recommend Adam Kingsley. Oh. And then the decision went to the board. And the board said, no, we like the name of Michael Voss. And what they actually offered, Michael Voss, senior coach, Adam Kingsley, head assistant, both on the same wage. So basically, Kingsley's the head coach. Michael Voss is just the name. And you know what Kingsley did? Told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
And have played finals every year since at the Giants.
As he would with his 90s mentality.
Assistant coach at Richmond won the 3 flags there as well. And he's got the premiership pedigree. So, yeah.
Yep.
But last 2 weeks starting to turn around. Sometimes the 90s old school coaching will not work on players today, especially if they're on the left side of the...
They were pitiful, though, for a lot of this first half of the season. Don't forget that. It's just 2 weeks. Now they might find a bit of form. They've got these 2 weeks, and they're going into a bye next week. So if they can see if they can hold that momentum going after the bye.
Yeah, I'll just say this and we'll move on, which is weird, Scott, because the first week they bet Hawthorn. And we thought, wow, and very convincingly as well. And then, since then they've just gone completely bonkers. I'll get injuries, but you have to win without your best players at times. Sydney's doing that without Gordon. Fremantle's doing that without Sarong and Hayden Young. So sometimes you just got to get past that. But good 2 weeks. Let's see how they do.
We're doing it without Jesse Motlop.
Is he still on your list? I've completely forgotten about Jesse Motlop.
He did his ACL, man. Show some respect.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Shit.
Walked into that.
I knew he was still on your list, but yeah.
I'm very excited to see him as a small forward, not under Michael Voss. So he'll come good. He'll come good.
I think he'll absolutely do wonders at Carlton, Scotty, once he comes back.
Kicked the same amount of goals as Eddie Betts with the same games played. So
the last game, Kiri.
The last game.
I can't say much about this because I didn't. I forgot this game was on. It's a Sunday.
Yeah, it was. You didn't miss much, Lucas.
Why
this was an
fuck
absolute.
Was it on a Sunday at 7:30? I don't get that. Why?
Because it's in WA,
because it's in WA and they have the public day.
I get that, and they're 2 shit teams, but I'll maybe watch bits and pieces, but thank you for that. But I've got no idea.
Footy song. Turn it off, bro.
So we only play.
That sounds like legit, like an '80s like Liberal Party campaign ad song.
Scotty, I tell you what, it's better than the garbage that they had recently, though, as well. I'm glad they went back to their old club song. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, this is an absolutely shocking game, and it makes me feel sick in my mouth. Where like we won our game, and the Weagles won this game, and now they're both saying, oh, look, like every time someone says Carlton could be wild card, they're like, well, maybe West Coast could be wild card. This is abysmal from both teams. I guess there's some funny moments from Harley Reid just trying to his absolute best.
My boy Harley Reid.
The dive.
No, he'll be good at Carlton next year. Don't worry. But
yeah, I won't fight that, Scott. If you want him, he's yours. I won't fight that. We'll take Butters. You can take Harley Reid. I won't fight that
for us next year. He's got the number 35.
Nah, fuck Harley Reid, man. Take him.
Harley Reid.
Take him.
No. Like, and and absolute light and day between two clubs like the Blues and Essendon, man. Like, it goes to show I don't give a fuck if they're hampered by injuries, man. It's like I said before, we've got an interim coach that's introduced a style that plays to our talent. Maybe their interim has done the same, but it's proved they've got no fucking talent on their list.
Yeah, 100%.
Shocking, absolutely shocking.
Arguably their best player, Scott, doesn't want to be there. He requested a trade to Hawthorn.
Arguably their best player, and he's fucking overrated. Yeah. When he actually gets to a half decent team, he'll be exposed. Honestly, should just retire this year.
Any input from this game, Kiri?
Bloody John Wall on the Washington Wizards. That's like it's a Zach Merritt at the moment. Yeah, look, I watched bits and pieces of this one. It was on the background. I was on my phone for most of this game. We all knew what was going to happen. It was like 20-0 through that first quarter. Yeah, it was pretty much an embarrassing watch. Players missing set shots. Jake Waterman, who's normally a dead-eyed dick, he was missing goals left, right, and centre.
There was a line from Will Schofield, and I'm so over this bloke. They were talking. They were talking about Waterman, and who was on him. There's this Essendon player that was on him. Was like, no pressure on him. Let him run free. He's the best forward in the league, and he's let him run wild. And I'm like, hold up, bro. He only looks half decent.
Get your WA jocks off.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, Ruben Jinby, clear best on ground in this game. But
he's a good player.
Like him would feast.
I like Jinby.
Forward line like this. Yeah. No, he's good. I like him. He's a whipping boy, and I can't believe that. He's an absolute whipping boy.
No, he's a good player, Jinby.
He does not deserve it.
Yeah, he had a good game against us in Gather Round.
And I like West Coast young core, like young duo and Willem Dersma and Harley Reid as well. I think they're going to be superstars of the comp down the track as well. Tim Kelly, he's starting to play some good footy as well.
Yep.
But Darcy Parish, he had 27 disposals, but did absolutely nothing with it. I think just retire.
He can't even kick from 30 out. I saw him with a set shot from 30 meters out, and he couldn't even fucking get the distance from there. And I feel like 10 feet short.
Right. Well, that's a career waste. I'm glad Geelong didn't go for him. We dodged a bullet there as well.
Yep.
And look at Will Setterfield. He's a fucking reject from Carlton, and look at him.
26.
A shining light.
Yeah.
What about your other man, Scotty, at West Coast? He's played in there now.
Matt Owies. Yeah, where is he? Keep scrolling.
Yeah, where is the Owies? Where is the Olympic?
He's only played about 6 games for him in 2 years.
He didn't even play.
No.
He can't get a game. What is going on there?
Yeah. He's on fucking good money there too.
He is too.
He's on about $800K.
Oh, jeez.
Because that's what he wanted from Carlton. Because he was good for a goal a game at the Blues.
No.
Maybe he wants to go back to the Olympics with his rowing. Wasn't he a rower, Scott? A rower?
Eh?
Wasn't always a rower? like growing up. Could be wrong.
A what?
Like a rower.
A
like
rower,
in the
you know,
Olympics.
like
Oh, a rower. No, he's a basketball player.
basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah. He played for what do they call them? The Wallaroos?
Boomers.
Whoever
Yeah.
the fucking
The
Australian team.
Wallaroos.
And
Yeah.
he played
Yeah.
college basketball as well in the States.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Well, there you
I
go.
didn't know that actually.
Yeah. He actually had a better basketball career than fucking Scott Pendlebury, but no one will ever know that.
Who only that? Well, just on that, Scott. Wait till when Pendlebury plays his 450th next to you. You'll never hear of it. But no, that's it. Is that it for the games, Kerry? That's it. We can move on to
well,
our.
just quickly,
that's-
while we're on the Bummers, though, I want to hear your opinions on this whole James Hird fiasco, because personally, I'm loving it, but I'm actually starting to feel a bit bad for Essendon supporters, even though they deserve it.
Yeah, look, I think it's bound to happen, and they were talking about it on SEN all day as well. Like, it's probably the only option they have, to be honest. It's
Whoa, no. It's the only option they
think?
have now, Kiri. It's the only option they have now since that selfish prick put his fucking name up 0.1 seconds after Brad Scott got sacked, because now no other bloke is going to put their name up on it. They've already got that guy from the Giants and Melbourne said, nah, there's no point. Why would we put our name up for a position that we'd assume is already going to somebody else?
Well, I'll actually retract my statement, Scott, because I said this on the show last week too. I think Ken Hinkley might go for the job, to be honest. And why I say this is because Ken Hinkley, he has a winning mentality. He can instill a winning culture into Essendon. He came into Port Adelaide when Port Adelaide were on its knees at the end of 2012. Yes, he didn't take Port to a grand final, but at least he got them to the finals year by year. They were competing, and I'm not saying they could be in the final straight away, but you know, at least they could be put with the top 10 system we've got now. They could push for that wild card spot year by year. They could climb up the ladder and go from there as well. I think Ken Hinkley's a dark horse for the Essendon job.
Well, as somebody who also has their hat in the senior coach ring, I hear Ken Hinkley and I just go, no, please, no. But it also goes to show the different levels of where the lists are at. I think a Hinkley could work for Essendon.
Yeah,
and that's a long term. That's still a long term project, and he'd be the middleman. He would go there. I mean, even 5 or 6 years for a bloke like that. That's a lot. That's a long time for a man of that age and his experience. Yeah, I mean, he's a good relationship builder, and can build a good culture. But maybe for somebody who's legitimately rebuilding like an Essendon compared to Carlton, I could see him there before then. But I think they're just going to absolutely fuck themselves by picking Hird and legit setting themselves back 100 years. No, everybody has everyone forgotten what the club went through because of that bloke?
Yeah, I get that, and maybe that he was the last coach to put them in finals, so maybe they're trapped with nostalgia.
Yeah, and he played Carlton in finals, and we smashed them by over 10 goals. He had over his time there, he had like a 40% win-loss ratio. They were on peptides. They were drugging themselves to only barely make 8th and got kicked out anyway. And then we ended up beating Richmond.
Yeah, I think they also lost to North, I think, 1 year.
But James Hird, he was a yes man though to all that sort of stuff. You know, it was like he was a bit of the scapegoat in my opinion as well. Like
I believe he was scapegoated a lot, but look, man,
I agree with that.
Part of it. If Essendon ever wants to turn things around, they cannot keep going for these Essendon people because that's their biggest flaw. They only want Essendon people, and they're completely shut off to anybody outside
That's
of
it.
their sphere. Like Brad
Which
Scott's
is-
like the closest they've
which is
gone
why
to it.
I suggested Ken Hinkley, and that's what Port Adelaide did after they sacked Matthew Primus, obviously an ex-Port Adelaide captain, played for the club there as well. They picked an outsider, and maybe that's what Essendon need to do as well.
Yeah.
Maybe
think about the Blues, right? We are slowly shedding ourselves of this shit that Essendon's just hanging on to. These Messiah, savior complexes, only wanting to deal with Carlton people. Our entire footy department now is complete outsiders now, and it's made such a change.
Yeah.
We've still got a terrible board. They're the last piece of the puzzle. That's the last bit that has to crumble. Everybody on our board has to fucking go. Essendon, though, they're just doubling down even further. And for the Schadenfreude, I wanted to see him go with Hurd, but fuck, man, if they think it's bad now, it's gonna I do not even want to think about it.
That concludes the footy talk. On to other sports. So what we do, Scott, we just don't talk about AFL. We talk about other sports or other sporting events. You don't have to worry about that, Scott.
Boring. Is this where I go now? Can I leave
No,
now?
no. We want you to stay because you're going to be part of our quiz. So we'll go through these, and don't worry about the vaping.
Soccer, I'm legit just going to press that red button and go. Don't tell me you're going to start talking about basketball as well.
Well, we talk about all kinds of sports. So hang around, Scott. Probably go off, and don't worry about the vape, Scott. You don't have to hide the vape on this show. All things are well. Have you seen our show, Scott? We get too controversial, so don't worry about the vaping. I don't have to hide. Bo did that, and I said to Bo, you don't have to.
It just means I respect you guys enough to at least hide it.
Yeah, but Bo did the same thing. I said to Bo, don't. I've never smoked ever, but don't worry about it. The shit that we say is controversial enough, so don't worry about vaping or cigarettes.
My lock-in juice.
Just-
I know because I've smoked darts all my life, and now it's just too fucking cold. And the actual prescription vapes, they're fucking good for the nick, and they're cheap. So yeah. Sorry.
Oh, geez.
Keep going.
We're talking
we've talked about vape. So you see, Scott, we have no filter. We talk about anything. But there is one thing Kiri does want to talk about the World Game. We'll just get through this, and maybe we'll go to the quiz. Scott, you'll love the quiz. This is your segment, Chris. You're supposed to do this on your channel, Kiri, but you've got this in. Your man.
I got this about where's the oh, hold on.
Is that some bloke's real name? Is that a real name? Onslaught.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
These fucking Euro cups, man. They got the goofiest names.
No, Scott, you came on, you said you know nothing about the World Game, then you absolutely mastered his name there. That is absolutely unbelievable effort.
That's how it's spelled. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, Arne Slot. So, Scott, if you don't know, he was the coach of my Premier League team, Liverpool Football Club. They won the Premier League
They're shit, aren't they?
season ago. Well, they were shit this year. Scotty. He is sacked after winning the Premier League from last season. Absolute joy to be a Liverpool supporter at the moment. We are looking to get Andoni Iraola from Bournemouth, the Spanish coach, who's the front runner for the job as well. I will talk about this all on my Liverpool channel on the Red Dawn.
Yeah.
I did a little short about it.
The Red Dawn? What kind of commie bullshit is this?
Nothing commie about it, Scotty. I assure you, mate.
Cool, he's on fire since the soccer segment.
What are you, some kind of Chinaman?
I'll just thank the power of ChatGPT giving me some names for Australian-based Liverpool fan channels. But we're going to move on.
I'll tell you what, Scott. This subject here, Mate, you hate the World Game, but there's one person from the TJP that's loving the World Game who's in England right now. That's good friend Mars, the Mars Bar.
All three Sebastianis are there.
man.
Having a whale of a time.
Yeah, got that. He's not had a good day, though. He might have had a good week, but Arsenal lost the Champions League final, his beloved Arsenal, to PSG. And then after that game, Scott, he was involved in the Paris riots, destroying all the buildings, kicking it everywhere, beating up people, setting fires to
in
cars.
Paris every fucking day. I don't know. I mean,
it's not different to Melbourne, isn't it?
Trust me, it's a lot worse. It's a lot worse. But
Shit.
look, good on those boys. Like they seem like they're having like I said, a whale of a time. But like they've taken like a whole month's holiday, which I thought it was just for one game, which is like in the first week. I didn't realize that in this fucking game. We talk about participation trophies in Australian sport, but fuck, they give every soccer league in fucking England and Europe any possible chance to win some kind of fucking hodgepodge cup. They've got some kind of tournament or league cup every fucking weekend. Why don't they just play the home and away and have the big dance in September, mate?
Well, that's the A League here in Australia.
That's the A League,
The only soccer game that I've actually watched from start to finish was the A League Championship last year when it was Melbourne versus Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
And fuck, bro, that bored me to tears. The only interesting thing was that like this bloke got his face stepped on with the studs, and half of his fucking face and nose was hanging off for the entire game because there's no blood rule and they can't sub him off. Because if he went off the ground to fix his fucking face, then like he's out for the game. So I thought that was interesting. But anyway, go on about the mighty.
Just on Mars and his Arsenal team. Like, how often does he like? Do you see him a lot? Like, do you like see him every week and?
No, I don't see him every week. He lives in fucking Melbourne, bro. I live in God's country.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you're in the country, aren't you, Scotty?
Yeah, Gull Vegas, Warrigal, home of the mighty Warrigal Gulls.
Oh, that was the local football game. I'm guessing you saw on the. Oh, okay, there you go.
Yes. Well, we were looking at going. No, I've never played a game of footy in my life. No, I was a tennis man actually. My mum wouldn't let me play footy, but I played pennant tennis growing up. And I'm still a fucking gun. And I've actually for last half of summer I was playing 3 times a week, and I'm better than I ever was. So if anyone ever wants to have a hit, let me know.
Well, we've got tennis coming up in our segment here, Scotty. So you like the French Open in particular. So Kiri, go through the NBA here, and we'll get into the French Open because some interesting results has happened during the French Open, Scotty.
Well, obviously, which we talk about the Champions League and the NBA Finals, New York Knicks, and the San Antonio Spurs. Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. How good was that? Victor Wembanyama absolutely towered Chet Holmgren in this one. It's gonna be a cracking series for this one. So looking forward. I'm obviously going to go for the Spurs in this one. And New York Knicks, they swept the Cavs in their series too. Where is the French Open? You typing something in there?
No, it's down here.
Where's the French Open? That's like
French
asking. Where's Wimbledon played?
That's
August.
Oh no, you're talking about the title. I thought you were legit asking where.
Yeah.
The French Open
the banner. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, the banner. No, we'll do the French Open. Don't know if you've been watching, Scotty. I'm assuming you have been. Maybe.
Been watching the highlights.
Yeah. Big upset for the men's. Jack Sinner or Yannick Sinner. Upset, leading 3-0. Had some kind of cramping issue. This is back-to-back tournaments, Grand Slams. He's had cramping issues. He had that cramping issue in Australian Open, and they closed the roof for him, and he got through that game unscathed. This was different. Lost the last 2 sets, I think 6-1. 6-1, he just got completely blown off the court. Very good player, Yannick Sinner. Very good. They say he's the next Federer, next Djokovic, next Nadal. Well, if he's going to be the next those, I think he needs to take time off tennis for me, Scott. I think he needs to put miles in his legs. He needs to be on a fitness program, because it's all good, winning Masters 1000s, which he has been for fun. That's all good. But you get judged on winning Grand Slams, not Masters 1000s. This is now twice in a row where he's had cramping issues in tournaments. I think he needs to stop playing full time and work on his stamina, work on his athleticism, and then still play the little tournaments here and there, but focus on Grand Slams, and then after a full fitness program, come back full time. Because this is now, he's not 20, he's not 21, he's now 25 in August, and he's having cramping issues. I get it. Every player has cramping issues, but like I said, this is now twice as has happened in back-to-back Grand Slams over 5 sets.
To be honest with you, Lucas, I think he just needs to get back on the roids.
well, on that, he hasn't won a Grand Slam since. Yeah, well, no, that's a very good point.
He's won 100. He's won like 100 fucking tournaments in like India and wherever the fuck they play between the slams. So, I mean, no, he's going to have a good career ahead of him. But like, I did prefer him over Grug, but I've come to like Grug a bit more. But I'm going to enjoy watching those two over the years. I just wish there was like a third, kind of like a Djokovic type that could come in and break up the meta. But
Zverev, you don't like Zverev?
He's mental midget, Zverev. He's just your classic serve bot. Like he just crumbles. He just crumbles, man. He's never going to make it. Although I think he's playing tomorrow. I might.
He's got a good chance. Here's his chance to win a Grand Slam.
He's always got a good chance, but he's just not there.
Well, another one before we move off to our quiz. Novak Djokovic lost in the second round. Looks like at the end. Agree with that. Maybe Wimbledon. He always does well at Wimbledon, but maybe that's the last time we've seen him at the French Open. He said said in his press conference he wasn't sure, which legally tells me that probably is. Disappointing result. We knew it would happen. We knew that the cliff would come eventually. Mind you, he did play in a final in Australian Open, but hasn't really played much since then. So he's probably underdone in this tournament.
That would be my fairy tale finish would be he gets his last cup at home in Australia.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's always played his best tennis here. This is his own.
Yeah. Maybe he can make a dream run at Wimbledon.
As long as he doesn't get giant fucking craters in each feet after playing for 20 minutes, he might make it. But yeah, no, those blisters are insane.
And before we head off, the women's game as well. Defending champion Iga Swiatek, whatever her name is, Iga Swiatek from Poland, got upset by the Ukrainian Maria Koshko. Sorry for the pronunciation. A lot of controversy with this tournament with the women, especially the Ukraine Russian women. Scott, a couple of Ukraine girls coming out saying the Russians are Nazis and all that. I don't like that talk. I think I wish the ATP would grow up a rein here.
It's pretty spineless from the ATP, but I mean they always have been. I don't like how they just get free reign to say whatever they can. Like the Russians obviously can't say anything. They're just there to play tennis. They say they want to keep politics and everything out of this game. This is much more of a neutral game politically than any other sport in the world. But it's been far too long. Russians should be able to play under their own flag, and they shouldn't have some irrelevant nobodies who, what are their names? Like no one gives a stuff. No. They'll have no legacy. Nobody really cares what they say at the end of the day. Ukraine. It's much braver for these Russian players to still go out there and play regardless, even though they know everybody hates them. All these European audiences give them absolute shit, and they just cop it non-stop.
it is like, especially this tournament with the Ukraine girls. It's personal. Calling, I forgot her name, but she called Diana Schneider, the Ukraine girl, a Nazi, a Russian Nazi. I think that's pretty disrespectful. And you're right. I wish the WTA ATP grew a spine and say, you know what, this bullshit about not shaking hands on the net. Some of these Ukraine girls don't even acknowledge them when they lose. Funny enough, the Ukraine girl mentioned that about Diana Schneider, call her a Nazi, and she lost. The Russian girl won and couldn't even be bothered to even look at her. Went to her bag, shook the umpire's hands. You know, that's spineless for me. Or put away political views, at least respect the game on the other side of the net. No matter, I've always been taught to shake hands with an opponent, no matter what they do.
And this goes to all sports as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I played cricket,
you don't have to shake hands in footy. You don't have to shake hands in footy, but it's a different game. It's a different game.
Oh,
I get that, but I got in my state prem career cricket. I've had rivalries with players that I've bowled beamers at them deliberately because they've fucking got under my skin. But at the end of the day, I shook their hands and got on it because I respect their game they bring. And I think it's time the WTA ATP said, you know what? This bullshit needs to end. Respect the game. We're not asking you to hug and kiss each other. Just acknowledge the opponent on the net. Move on. It's no big deal. But these Ukraine girls they're just so politically motivated, and it's hate and it's hatred.
I think they're really just egotists at the end of the day.
Yeah, like calling a Russian tennis player a Russian Nazi. That's hate speech, and how she got away with that, I have no idea. But that's the WTA and ATP for you. They've done that for many, many years. Kiri, on to your favourite segment, our new segment. Scott's going to love this. This is why he's here. The quiz. The quiz. Why am I saying this? This is your thing, Kiri. You explain it.
Oh.
So.
All right, so this is.
Remember that song? Scott, I'm guessing you've had a. Yeah. Do you remember that song, Scott?
No.
Oh, kidding me! I thought Scott, you would have a couple of midnight sleepless. Oh, so what's the word for it? I've gone blank here. I thought you would stay up until midnight back and then and watch Quizmania that was on the Wide World of Sports Network, Channel 9, always after 12 o'clock at night. I guess not. Guess you're in bed before then, Scott. Well, you do work, don't you? So fair enough.
The only time I stay up past my bedtime is to be in the Geelong zone, boys. So.
Well, we really do appreciate that. Sometimes 6 a.m. is I'm still up at 6 a.m. But hey, you boys work hard. I don't.
Your circadian rhythm. You got to be in bed at sundown and rise with the sun.
That's it.
Kiri, explain your quiz and explain how this works for Scott.
This was first of all, this is a complete rip-off from the Jumper Punch. First of all, they decided to do like a quiz sort of like segment as well. So we just find a weekly sports quiz. For this one, we just test ourselves. For this one, unfortunately, we could not find this week's quiz from The Guardian. So from The Guardian, fuck you.
Yep.
Get your shit together.
Fuck The Guardian.
Yeah. It's just...
This world's gone mad.
It's gone absolutely mad.
I love... If Mars is watching, no disrespect to Mars, but that was good. Scott, you were on there when he said that. That was with the human dogs.
What?
Yeah, and that's when Mars said the world's gone mad when that video clip got played.
Yeah.
So you were on that show, by the way.
But yeah, basically, yeah. And this, we just, Lucas found this one on the ABC website. Not really anything to do with the sport. There's a couple of sports questions at the end, so...
No, I reckon Lucas is a bit of a history buff. So.
He's a bit of a history buff.
You're kid, mate. Last week, we did this last week, and we did 15 questions, mate. I got fucking 4. I got 4, mate. That's how well I was going. Kiri was the winner.
So I was the winner. I was the winner last week. So there's no prizes for this one, unfortunately. But I don't know. We'll give you like an applause and or a special banner or whatever. You're the winner of the week. Hopefully, once we get more money and all of that, we could do like a pizza voucher or a Signa Boost power bank or whatever. But or a golf voucher like they do on Dwayne's World. But let's get into it.
Doing that. I'll tell you that fucking right now.
How do we doing this? Do we just go like ding and then say the
no,
answer?
No. So Kiri, well, you tell him, Kiri. It's your segment.
So see, I'll go through the questions and I'll read out all the answers. You pick whatever answer you want. I'll select the answer that I want. Lucas, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously.
Am I writing down my answers or
and whoever?
You just have to say them out. Just say them. Just say them out loud, Scott. Just say them out loud.
Say it out loud. You just have to say it.
That's
it.
The South Australian accent's killing me because I haven't heard answer many times in like 10 seconds.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
Heard that one before. So we will go first or second, Scott, but Kiwi will go last because there's no point in him going first because he'll give away the answer. So just he'll say out the question and you just lay it out the answers. Yeah, go ahead, Kiri. Question one.
Question number one. Which country scrapped its two-child policy in June 2025?
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
What is China.
All right. You said D. All right. What do you reckon, Lucas?
I said B.
I said B. Yeah.
sorry.
That's you don't have to say ding, ding, ding because we both get an answer.
Taiwan is technically China, so B or D.
So I'm going to go with B. They have this ridiculous policy to stop the numbers growth in China, and they dropped it. So it's definitely B. What's that?
Yeah. I'll get that back. It's Lindy. Here are some history. Since I hear the most right answer receives LAI.
Won't be coming from me. But I agree with Scott with this one. It's B for me, 100% B.
I think it's the consensus, isn't it? I'm going to go B as well. No, no way! It's Vietnam.
What? Vietnam? You are kidding me! We had this problem fucking last week.
It's two-child policy, not one-child policy. I jumped the gun because China had the one-child policy, not two.
I
saw policy with population. I automatically thought it was China because China had that, and then it was Vietnam. We had this problem. Scott,
that was my biggest
we had this problem last week.
I never read the question properly or fully. I always just jumped straight to conclusions because I thought I was smarter than anyone.
What an absolute start this is, and we tried to avoid this, so no one gets any fucking points. Question number two.
Are we gonna have a winner at all? We're already down to the second question. All right, question two. In June 2025, excuse me, Google signed a contract with which country to build the Humboldt subsea cable to Australia? Scotty,
that's Chile.
What do you reckon?
It's got to be Chile.
Chile.
It's the closest one. They're running PVC pipe from one country through a whole fucking ocean.
I should know this.
I work in telecommunications.
Yeah, you should know this. Yeah, you should know this. Well, I'm going to go with. We don't really do like copying people's answers, but Scott's made it that convincing. If he's not right, I'm going to go opposite what Scott says from now on. But yeah, B for me. What about you, Mr. NBN?
Oh shit. Well.
No,
I'm gonna.
Mum's. Could well be.
I'm gonna go rogue here. I'm gonna pick the United States. I reckon. I'm gonna pick D.
It's Chile or Mexico, but I'm sticking with Chile.
It's
Chile.
It's Chile.
It's Chile. Point each to me and Scott.
Yeah. I don't know.
Question three. A. Jay-Z.
Cable for the sake of it. Hold on. So question 3, 2019, Forbes named Mitch Mann as the hip hop's first billionaire. I'm going to say Jay-Z as well. What about you, Lucas?
No,
Jay-Z.
well, Kanye's technically won a lot of money, but not really for rapping. So I'll go with A for this one.
Yeah. It is Jay-Z. So I get a point. You boys, you have 2 each.
Or Yee, as he's called now, Yee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
Yay.
right. Or is it
Oh,
Yay?
Yay. Sorry, Yay.
Is that how South
Yeah,
Australians
yeah.
call him?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Yay. Yeah.
Okay, question 4. Which year did Kiwi singer-songwriter Lorde release her debut single Royals, which went on to win the Grammy for Song of the Year? So we got to pick a year here,
2012,
boys.
2012, 2012 or 2013. I'm pretty sure it's 2012 when I was in year 12. I remember listening to it at school.
I
It could be
remember the
2013,
song.
but I'm gonna go 2012.
No, I'm going to go 2013 here. What are you going to go, Kerry?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2013. I was in year 8 in high school, and I remember hearing it quite a lot on the radio at that year. So I'm going to go 2013.
I'm
One of
sticking
those
with
years.
2012, but it's going to be 2013. It's going to be 2013.
So, Scotty doesn't look.
2012.
It is 2013. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it was one of those years. I knew it was one of those years.
Yeah.
And you'll never be royal.
I remember listening to that so much that year. So I've got 2. Lucas has got 3.
And she's never made a decent song since.
Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true, Lucas.
No, I'm going with Lucas on this one.
No, come on.
What are you talking about? I've never heard her sing a song since then.
Have you heard Tennis Courts?
All right, Corey, mate. Name a top 10 songs.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm not gonna name it now.
Exactly. We don't know.
No. We got a quiz to do. We're not going to stall here, and no, we're not going to talk about the Carlton game again.
That should be extra points. No, I'll be talking that enough game on Wednesday. Thank you. Next question.
That's not true. She's made awesome other hits as well.
Oh.
Sure she has, bud. All right, next question.
Question 5. Australian model Jennifer Hawkins was crowned Miss Universe in June 2004. Which Australian city is she from? Scotty.
I'm gonna go D. I'm gonna go D. Somehow Newcastle, posh area.
It's far from posh, Newcastle.
Yeah, I know, but
it's a working class.
It's full of crackheads, bro. What are you talking about?
It's still a beach. It's still a beach fucking side suburb. It's where I need to be, a fucking beach side, not in the country like Scott.
Working class, the Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, working class. Yeah, but somehow D sticks out. I don't think it's A or C. Maybe A or B.
I'm thinking A or C.
Okay.
I'm gonna go A, I reckon. So what's yours, Scotty?
All right, I'm gonna play it strategically and go B.
Picking Geelong. All right, so Scotty is on B. Lucas?
If it's Geelong, I'm gonna walk off this show.
This one's for the zone. Come on.
All right. Well, I'm picking Wollongong.
Yep.
Oh, Newcastle.
Newcastle, knew it. It just stuck out for me. We're 5 questions in, and I've got 4. That's better than fucking the 4 I had for 15 last week. So this is a good start by me.
Yeah.
Just Newcastle stuck out for me. I don't know what.
Oh, so Lucas,
Jennifer
you got
Hawkins.
Newcastle. All right.
Yep.
Yep, this is a good one. I think you're going to run away from this with this one, Lucas.
Nah, he's gonna flop from here.
Question 6. 3 renewed HBO shows started their runs in early June. Which one came out first? Is it A, The Wire, B, Sex and the City, or C, 6 Feet Under?
Wait, so they're already shown, but which did they rerun first? Is that
Yeah.
the?
No, yeah. Which one debuted first?
Okay. Because if you're just going by originally, it'd be the Sex and the City, because that was late 90s. But okay,
Yeah.
I don't watch HBO, so I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I don't know.
well,
I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to pick B.
Yeah, since it was the first one originally, maybe they've just gone the rerun. So I'm going to go B.
What about you, Scotty?
Sex in the City seems obvious, but is it too obvious?
Mm.
Which one came out first? Look, I'm going to go with the boys on this one. Play it strategic.
All right, we're all picking Sex in the City. What is it? Yes, it is.
Come on.
Yes,
It made sense. It was the one that was first before those two, so they would have had to rerun it first.
Yeah. No, it's not even. It's the rerun. It's whichever one did come out first. They all came out in June.
Oh then, yeah, Sex and the City, yeah.
Yeah.
All
I thought it was a rerun. Oh, okay then. Well, I'm glad I went
Question
there.
7, fellas. Which Sydney Swans player holds the record for the most VFL AFL career goals? I think this is pretty obvious. This one,
Got to be A.
Yeah, got to be Buddy Franklin.
I know Lockett played for St Kilda, but it's got to be A.
It's Tony Lockett. Tony Lockett.
Yeah.
There's only one Tony Lockett. Yeah. Yeah. No time wasting there. Though Buddy did kick the 1,000 goals. No one has chased down Tony Lockett's all-time goals scoring tally. Question 8. Bob Marley's ninth studio album, Exodus, was released in June 1977 and was named the best album of the century by Time magazine in 1990.
Well, they smoking.
Which hit single was it on the album?
No idea.
Oh,
No idea. Never heard of him.
Since he was all about love, I'm going to go with One Love, D. That's all I got.
I haven't heard any of these songs, bro.
Yeah, neither.
I don't even heard of his album.
I'm gonna pick A. I don't know.
I'm gonna go B. Is This Love? Actually, no. Yeah, I know that song. Yeah, B.
All right. I'm picking A. Scotty's picking B.
Now that Scott said B, Is This Love? Is This Love? I know the song. It's B.
Yeah,
but I picked D. Yeah. Go ahead. I know that song. Whether that was the number.
Oh,
yes.
B. Yeah. Soon as Scott said This Is Love, I was like, This Is Love. This came straight into my head. There you go.
All right, Scotty is coming. He's chasing down with 5. Lucas ahead 6. I'm in 4th. I'm last with 4. Sorry. Question 9. Oh, you should know this. You've both been done by here because I know this question straight away. This is your bread and butter. So what is it, Lucas?
And you're gonna pick the same answer as I am. For me, it's B.
That was going to be my guess.
Oh,
yeah. Lock it in B.
Same here.
B.
Yeah, Dennis Lee.
Though, hang on. Though I could deliberately get it wrong to fuck you guys up.
Yeah, but then we all end up we get the same score regardless.
Yeah. No, it's B. Go on. We locked it in, Kiri.
Has to be. Yeah. Who else?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
These are stupid sports questions on this one. Fuck you, ABC.
So Scott has to get this right, and I have to get this wrong. So Kiri, you're no longer the defending champion.
I'm out of the race mathematically.
Yeah,
all right.
But we can be. So if it doesn't, if we're tied, have we got a sudden death, Kiri?
No, we don't.
Oh, we do. Oh, well, we'll just say co-stream. So all right. Go ahead, Kiri. Yep.
Which state capital was the last to get ABC TV in June 4th, 1960? Was it A, Perth? Was it B, Hobart? Was it C, Adelaide? Or was it D, Brisbane?
See, automatically I think Perth because they're fucking 100 years behind us anyway.
Yeah, but Adelaide's always been fucking 20 years behind.
That's true. That's true.
Then Hobart, that's no disrespect, but people don't class that as a city,
I mean, I do remember, my folks telling me stories and all that. I remember my dad, he was like, he never got his family never got their first TV until he was like 8 years old. So, and this was in black and white as well. I'm going to go with Adelaide, I reckon, because we are behind in everything. So I'm going to go.
No, I'm going to go Perth. I'm going to go Perth. The Warble says, "G'day, Lucas." Oh, g'day, Warble. Sorry, mate, if I got to you late. We're just playing a quiz, mate. Hopefully, Warble is from the Collingwood Chronicles. Our good friend Mick Saka. So thank you, Warble, for joining. Hopefully, I get you on as well. The Warble. Message Mick and we can get you on.
Yes, we love everybody from the Magpie Chronicles. You need to get Manny Costo on. You need to get him on. He's a sick puppy. Anyway,
I've gone with A. I've got no idea. I'll go with A.
You see, although Perth is that far away, I almost think that because it's so far away, you'd almost prioritise it in a way.
Which is why I think Adelaide is probably last.
Probably Adelaide. Brisbane for the Smoky, I reckon.
Well,
only because setting up the infrastructure would be a fucking nightmare there. Although they're too far south for it to be too far.
Well, no matter what happens, I've won the quiz. It's just whether Scott will join me. I've won the quiz, so it doesn't matter what I picked.
Not get ahead of ourselves. Because Kyrie might take points off you for cheating.
I might take points.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Adelaide.
I'm gonna go A. Kiri, what was you?
Oh! Damn.
It was Hobart.
It was Hobart, the town of nothing. No disrespect, but there you go. Wow.
Damn.
And we got the new winner. Quiz winner of the week is
Darwin.
Lucas.
Fucking hell. It took them ages to catch up. Congrats, Lucas.
No, the cricket one saved me. The cricket one came in real handy. Real handy, that one.
They need more cricket questions.
Well, hopefully next week, the Guardian one's back and it's just sports quiz.
Yeah.
But no, I think Kiri's going to wrap it up now.
That is it. Yeah, Scotty, thanks for hopping on, mate. Absolutely.
Thank you,
pleasure.
Scott. We love Scott. Thank you for coming on, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me, fellas. And it was. Thank you for making my week on Friday night. Probably makes the rest of the year for me, to be completely honest. I do love my annual belting of our bunnies, but look, when it comes to the Geelong crowd, you're my two favourites. You're men of character, you're scholars, and absolute gentlemen. And it's a pleasure to be here in the zone with you boys on Monday FUNDAY, and I look forward to coming back here another time.
Scott, always a pleasure you coming on. We love the TJB boys. Always welcome on my show. And I'll be on Wednesday to get my up-cuppins. So I look really forward to that because I mouthed off. In case you're new to this, I went on their show and said, Geelong going to win by 54 points. It'd be over at half-time. In fact, it wasn't over at half-time. In fact, Scott was right when he said it could have been much worse for Geelong. It could have been 54 points to Carlton. So if anyone was going to win by 54, it was going to be Carlton. So I think I have to sing the theme song on Thursday, Forever Rivals, Scott.
Yeah. Yep. Start learning, mate. Start learning.
Oh, I look forward to that. Kiri, thank you for coming. Scott, thank you for coming. And Kiri, wrap us up, please.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. For watching the show as well. If you are new to the channel, subscribe for more content. Lucas, I think you're going to do a preview coming up as well.
Yep.
And we do have no watch along because both Lucas
no watch along.
We are going to go to the game.
We are going to the game
for this one. Geelong and the Lake Rose at the Oval. So,
well, there may not be a watch along for Geelong, but I like watch alongs. We do them every week, so I might find the one. Well, I might do a Hawthorn game. Who have Carlton playing this week, Scott?
Essendon.
I might do. No, I don't want to do that. That's your thing. That's your, Scott. It's always tough coming off the bye, isn't it? No, that's your
three buys in a row.
Oh, yeah. I might do the Hawthorn game, but no watch along for the Geelong game. We'll do a preview. We will do a review after the game with me, Gary, and Kiri. Apart from that, Scott, thanks for coming on, and Kiri, we'll see you next time on the Geelong Zone, and subscribe to the Jumper Punch also if you're watching, please.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for watching. Take care. Be kind to one another. And as always, go the Mighty Catters.
Up the Baggers!